Alright, so this is my special box. I recently moved everything into this. This is a box of stuff that I've had forever. Like I've had this stuff for a really long time. This is a bunch of stuff that I got when I was a kid, or either, I've added things to it over time. Just a bunch of different stuff. Like that's a computer thing. I was infatuated with older computers for a while. Just random stuff. Figured I'd share some of this stuff. This is pretty cool. This was originally a trophy. It was a part of a trophy, and it has a hole in it, which I thought about filling it with molten metal one time, but I ended up not doing it. So I used to keep this in my car. A friend of mine had a slapjack, and I kept this in my car, and it's got a dent somewhere. I knocked somebody in the head with it one time right there. But yeah, never had to really use it that much, but I kept it in the car. It's been used a time or two, but not much. That is Herbie. I was like really infatuated with Herbie when I was a kid. That was my brother's airbrush gun. I don't know if he ever even used this, but somehow I acquired it. I've added a couple of things to it recently. Just put some more stuff in here. I thought I would show it while I was, before I put it all away. So this is funny. This is a real platinum freaking necklace and freaking bracelet my brother bought me. I just freaking don't wear stuff like that, so it was something that I was like, all right. So this is the actual wallet that I'm using, but this is, I bought two of them. This is the second one. I'm really big into Star Wars, and this is kind of like 80s nostalgia. So I bought it, put it in my special box. There's a bunch of junk in here. This is hilarious. So this is I got this in grammar school. Grammar school, there was a kid named Keith Driggers, and we used to bring stuff every day, and we'd trade stuff. And he brought this to school one day, and I've had this ever since I was in grammar school. So he brought this to school, and I was like, bro, I gotta have that because it looked like a switchblade. And I was really big into that stuff, which is why I like switchblades so much. So the blade's all worn down. It's always been, though, so it's always looked like that. But it's just a little lock blade. But yeah, that's hilarious because like you brought that to school nowadays, they probably freaking call the FBI because everybody's all triggered. It's like people are weak now. But yeah, so I traded this kid like I don't even remember, like a bunch of Matchbox cars or something for it. But yeah, hilarious, which is why I have all these. I love that stuff. And it's just a bunch of, like, this was my wallet in the 90s. That's one my brother bought me. Never even used it. I have a couple other ones here that I just never really used. Let's see. Go ahead and put that back. So these are, that's really cool. Belt buckles. It's old school Misfits belt buckles. There's one for you. Hey, what's that? That's a weed. That one's my favorite. That one's cool. I can't wear this kind of stuff though anymore. I look kind of like a fool. But it's cool to have old watches. This is actually a cool watch. My dad gave me this, but I don't wear watches a whole lot. Not really nice ones, and this was like an expensive watch. This is like a solar watch, so it will charge via the sun. I don't really use it that much. This is an old school Texas Instruments. I don't think people even use these anymore. But yeah, I recently added this, which is hilarious. Because we're not doing that anymore. I'm a big Dawn of the Dead fan. Here's another freaking belt buckle. Hilarious. These are just bracelets and garbage. Somewhere I got a big spiked robe bracelet. I don't know where the hell it is though. Some fat laces from the 80s. Gotta love the fat laces, man. And then just random stuff. Here's a money cat. This came from my office. I don't even remember where the hell I got this from. but I took it to my office and set it up on my computer for a long time. And recently I brought everything home because I was like, you know, I don't know why I'm keeping stuff like that in my office. I mean, it's just a place to work. It's not anything special. That's a cool freaking belt buckle and beer opener on the back. Gotta love that. We can crack open a beer while you're chilling. This is cool. This is legit, like, original. That is a Casio freaking calculator watch from the 80s. That is a legit one. This is one that I used to wear. That's pretty cool. You see just some random watches and just stuff. It's like a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, just watches and stuff. Oh, these are cool. Oh, these are, my daughter made me these, which are cool. Decided to put them in here because they mean a lot to me and I don't want anything to happen to them. It's funny because all this stuff, you know, it's just stuff that nobody would really care about. You remember I got this? I think my mom gave me this. Huh. Oh yeah, because I used to keep this in my car. It like pinned onto the sun visor. But yeah, it's a seal ring. This is, oh, these right here. These are cool. So I got these when I was about probably 11 or 12. There was a couple having a garage sale in our neighborhood when I was a kid. And I saw these and I was like, I have to have them. And I had 2 pair of them. I don't know where the other ones are, but I still have this pair, which is hilarious. It's like a bunch of other junk in here. And that's a legit, for real Iron Cross. That came off a Nazi soldier. So a friend of mine, his grandfather was in the war. And he had a bunch of different stuff. And I traded him some stuff for it. And so that's like legit. I think I washed it off and cleaned it up. But yeah, it was like really grotesque looking. I think when he first gave it to me, it even had blood on it still, like dried up. I was like, whatever. Came off like a real person, so somebody actually got shot wearing that, which is hilarious. And then this is random stuff. Oh, here you go, from the 90s. Remember Danzig? They used to have these that were really big. A friend of mine had one of the big, gigantic ones, and I bought a small one. Freaking hilarious. Some of the stuff that I had, I gave to my daughter. You know, some of the stuff is just weird stuff that I collected. I used to collect all kind of weird stuff. So I found this watch at the beach, literally washed up onto the beach in the water, and it worked. And I used to wear it for like, I wore it for like a long time, and it worked for a long time, then it just stopped working. I never opened it to see if it was corroded or anything. Here's a cool pin. It's weird, but yeah, just stuff like that. A lot of odds and ends, different things. It's like just weird stuff. That was a cross that I really liked when I was younger. I used to wear that when I was in high school. It actually says faith and grace on it, which is kind of the opposite of what I was in high school. I don't know why I wore it. I just thought it was cool looking. But yeah, slide. And get back to a guitar. Just a bunch of other random stuff in here. Just junk, really. But some of this stuff means something to me because it was mine when I was growing up. I think this is a watch. I know this is a watch. It's like a guitar-shaped watch. My parents bought me this when I was a kid, and I never really wore it. But yeah, it's an actual watch shaped like a guitar, which is cool. In a guitar case. This was my favorite watch. Doesn't work anymore though. Yeah, funny stuff. But yeah, that's my little box. I'm just gonna go through it, put everything back in there. It's gonna go back in the storage. All right, you guys take it easy. Peace.